my center there in the St. James. Those were my two primary rinks throughout my years of high school. Played a lot of hockey games in those two buildings. Didn't win too many of them, but a lot of ice time.
Not that you win at this point, but
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Continue, please.
on that note, I suppose, yeah, Terps are currently riding in on their 10-win loss streak. A little bit unfortunate, but if you guys have been watching along with us, you know that a lot of those wins were pretty unwarranted. Some tough losses to some teams that they probably should have pulled against, and just tough competition
Testing, testing. Can you guys hear us? Testing, 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 testing. Can you guys hear us? Does this sound any better? Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Testing, testing. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Testing, testing. Huh?
It sounds. Listen. Take your headphones off for a second. Testing this headset. Testing this headset. Do both of them sound okay?
Testing, testing. Mr. Teskey, it sounds okay? Anyone else hear us?
Can you hear both of us? Yeah, they both sound normal. They both sound normal. All right,
We're
cool.
good?
We're good. We're good. We're good.
Wow.
It works.
That's good stuff, people.
Terps pregame live will begin momentarily.
Hey there, Terps fans. I'm Bailey Unchester here with my pregame report, joined by my good friend Andy Parr. Andy, how are we doing tonight?
Doing all right. Maryland back at home for another game. Tonight they are facing off against the North Carolina Tar Heels. Last night they had the NC State Ice Pack. Tar Heels and the Ice Pack doing a little bit of a switcheroo. Last night North Carolina played George Mason down in Prince William County. Tonight the Ice Pack's down there and the Tar Heels are up here. Just a nice little weekend set for those two North Carolina schools.
Why not? You know, you're so close to Virginia and D.C. and all of that. You're traveling. Just see as much as you can, I guess. No need to be here 2 nights.
I mean, there's no problem with visiting down in my hometown, one of my favorite high school rinks, the Prince William Ice Center. Played a lot of games there. Didn't win many of them, but a lot of playing experience in my high school days from down at Peewick.
Yeah, but basically UNC did end up getting an upset loss against George Mason. That was kind of unexpected, especially with the new ACHA rankings coming out and UNC sliding themselves into that 10 spot and losing to a team like George Mason. Basically, what I'm trying to say is they're probably going to be coming out with something to prove tonight. Probably a little bit ticked off after the way that last night went for them against a team like George Mason, and is going to be playing with fire. But I do not doubt that the Terps will be playing with the same exact fire after a heartbreaking loss last night to North Carolina State, where the Terps just looked like they were just inches ahead of North Carolina State that entire game, but falling just short with the loss 5-3. 2 goals scored by North Carolina State pretty much back-to-back at the end of that third period there, that last one being an empty net as the Terps tried to get one last chance to tie that game up. But yeah, Andy, what did you see last night from that game? Yeah,
Maryland played very well. It was probably the best game that they've played in this entire 10-game losing streak. Last night truly felt different against NC State. They were playing with a lot of speed. They were getting their forechecks in place. They were blocking shots in the defensive zone. And just when you're in a slide like this, sometimes those games you just cannot find the bounces going your way. And it all just unraveled for the Terps at the very end of it. But, I talked with some of the players, and I told them from what we're seeing, Maryland's playing well right now, and just the response from them was, we're not playing well until we win another game. And that's kind of the feeling in this locker room right now, and they desperately need to get it tonight here against UNC.
Absolutely, but we did see some plus sides from the Terps' last 2 games, especially that last one last Saturday against Rowan, and then last night, as we were saying, against NC State. 2 of definitely the more better games that the Terps have played this season. I think that they don't let a bad loss, get them down, especially if you refer back to that 7-0 loss last Friday against Rowan. They played with fire last Saturday, really keeping it even with Rowan, and they played with even more fire last night, keeping it very even with NC State. But UNC is a team who we have seen before. The Terps did end up playing them a couple weekends ago at the ACC Showcase.
Yeah, Maryland with a tough 5-4 OT loss in that game to the Tar Heels, but that was a furious third-period comeback from Maryland. Late goals from Michael Schreibman and Brian Teskey to force overtime in that matchup. Will Smith ultimately scored the OT winner for UNC. Yeah. But Maryland played with a lot of fight in that game, and what really cost them was they played a bad second period in that game, and it gave UNC a little bit of a cushion going into that third. If Maryland plays a full 60 minutes here tonight, they have a really good shot of upsetting the number 10 team in the ACHA rankings.
Absolutely, and if they play with just any ounce of that, again, I keep using the word fire, but that is really the best way to describe last night. If they play exactly how they did last night, I think that they will be in good shape against UNC. I think that NC State is a more impressive team than UNC is. Those rankings, I think, with UNC into that 10 spot, a lot of that is because UNC is making their way into the D1 conference next year, and I believe that 10 spot was just sort of to give them a little bit more status in the community to help them with that transition. But, Andy, do you agree with this?
Yeah, I agree with that analysis. I think that UNC was given a little bit of favoritism because they're expected to move into that D1 conference next year. From what I've seen across the ACC Showcase and just Maryland's game in general, there's a clear top 3 of NC State, Virginia Tech, and Penn State. Those 3 teams are the top of the ACC right now, and then there's a lot of very evenly matched teams right below them with UNC, Rider, Rowan, Maryland, and even Delaware to a lesser extent. All of those teams can really duke it out and play a lot of evenly matched games against each other.
Yeah, and good thing you mentioned Delaware, because Delaware is a team that Maryland has been watching very closely lately, a team that is very detrimental to Maryland's chances of making it into the playoffs. So tell me a little bit about what Delaware ended up doing the other day.
Yes, unfortunately, earlier today, Delaware upset Rider in a shootout to pick up a win in conference standings. So since tonight is a conference game for the Terps against these Tar Heels, it just became twice as important for Maryland. If they want to keep pace and hold their playoff spot over the Blue Hens, they really need a win here tonight. And then next week's matchup with Delaware is going to be super important, but we'll get to that bridge when we cross it.
Yeah.
A win tonight would be huge for Maryland on the playoff run.
Absolutely, and I'm not super superstitious, but they're due. At the end of the day, too many close losses against games that we should have absolutely taken away, and just too many nights where the Terps have gone home with their heads in their hands. They're sick of it, I talk to the guys, I'm friends with them. I know that they are just as frustrated as everybody in this stands and everybody watching at home. and they are so ready to turn this streak around.
Yeah, like I said just a little bit ago, when you're in a streak like this, it feels like all the bounces are going against you, and even when you're playing well, you don't feel like you're playing well until you finally get that win. Last night, they showed a lot of great steps, but the players still aren't satisfied. They ended up coming up just short against a very good Ice Pack team. If they put anywhere close to the effort that they had last night out on the ice tonight, Maryland should win this game by at least 2 goals.
Absolutely. So let's just hope that the Terps can keep that momentum going from last night. Don't let the score that ended up in the books deter them from anything, and just come back again with just straight fire.
Absolutely. Hopefully we can get a win. This 10-game slide has been a rough one for you, me, and Andrew to cover. But like we said, this UNC team, it's a little bit of a step down from the competition they played last night. Hopefully the Terps can pull off an upset and get back into the win column for the first time in over a month.
Yeah, a little bit of throwback to that Millersville game. Seems like ages ago. I feel like I've lived 10 lives since then. But, yeah, I mean, we'll start that first period shortly here, so make sure you guys stay tuned for Puck Drop in about 5 minutes, give or take. And, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to my pregame report. I'm Bailey Unchester here with Andy Parr, and we will see you for Puck Drop.
Oh, it is Andrew. All right. Well, I guess he just doesn't like taking warm-ups.
Thank you, Tim. Both of you are allowed to. Thank you, John. Thank you, Mrs. McMenamin.
And Mr.
That's awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Maryland Hockey Network. It is time for Terps and Tar Heels as we get set to go here from the Gardens Ice House. That's a little Saturday night hockey for you, joined as always by my broadcast partners, Bailey Unchester, Andy Parr, standing right here next to me. Andy, we have talked about it so much over the last couple of weeks during this losing streak. The Terps have done so many things right, and it almost capped off last night. They looked so good, brought a different energy to that game, and we feel that if they bring that same energy here tonight, they're going to be just fine.
Yeah, absolutely. This Tar Heels team is a little bit, at least from our experience watching them at the ACC Showcase, it's a little bit of a step down from that NC State Ice Pack team they faced last night. If Maryland plays anywhere close to what they did against NC State last night, they should be just fine here today. But the question with this Terps team has truly just been consistency so far.
That has been the storyline of the year. Terps now riding a 10-game losing streak. They are looking to snap that here tonight against the Tar Heels of UNC. UNC lost last night to George Mason. I believe the score was 4-2 in that one. So Tar Heels looking to get back in the win column as well. A couple of hungry teams here tonight. Duchesne right to the front looking for Tucker Healy. Duchesne's got it back, trying to drag his way to the front. Stolen by Ben Edwards. In net for the UNC Tar Heels, number 37, the freshman Ander Andreeve. And for your Maryland Terrapins, the one, the only, it's Patty Adams back in net.
Although tonight he will be backed up by Ezzy Walkstock. Ian Hutchinson not dressing for the Terps today. Ezzy Walkstock, we last saw him in that game against High Point at the ACC Showcase.
Oh, I didn't realize, George Mason's a D1 team, 13-2 record. Yeah, so that's a tough game for UNC, and to hold that one to 4-2, I guess that was maybe a win in their book. Here is Kevin Ma through center, leaving it O'Shaughnessy shooting, and Patty Adams with the stop.
First early test for Patty Adams right there. Patrick O'Shaughnessy with the shot. He's one of UNC's 3 players who we've targeted as somebody the Terps need to shut down. It's him, Will Smith, and Will Hinton. If the Terps can contain those 3 guys, that'll do a lot in terms of helping them keep UNC off the score sheet tonight.
Will Hilton especially, so much fun to watch at that showcase. Such a mobile defenseman, not afraid to use his legs and jump up in the play. Watch out for that. That's number 26 in white, as this is icing against the Terps. And now joining us on the broadcast, it's Bailey Unchester. Bailey, welcome back. What do you got for us?
Andrew, good to be here again. Yeah, just a couple things about how the conference is looking right now. Basically, team that Maryland has to watch out for right now, besides obviously UNC, University of Delaware, who's kind of the one team right now threatening Maryland's chances of making it into the playoffs. Delaware actually ended up pulling off an upset win tonight against Rider, which nobody was really expecting. Maryland thought that they only kind of had to worry about these games tonight against UNC and hope that Delaware would be 2 wins next weekend, but now the stakes are a lot higher, so definitely something we got to watch out for. And tonight UNC made it into the rankings, number 10 for the ACHA college rankings that came out the other day. So again, another competitive team, but hopefully not as good as North Carolina State last night.
As here we go. This is Luke Mohan with a chance. Sorry, Bailey, to interrupt you.
Oh, don't worry. I was watching it too.
It was Delaware last year. It was that play-in game. It was either the Terps or the Blue Hens who were going to get into the playoffs, and it's looking to be that way again. Mm-hmm. So those Delaware games are going to be absolutely massive. Bailey, thank you so much.
Thank you, Andrew.
As we get going again, this is Will Smith near side. He was the overtime hero a couple weeks ago at the showcase where the Terps ended up losing to UNC 5-4. That was a great game that we saw at the St. James.
Yeah, furious comeback by the Terps that came up just short. Will Smith with that OT winner right over the blocker of Patty Adams. A beautifully placed shot in the extra session.
Here's a steal by the Terps. Trevor Drake trying to make his way to the front. Played now to Alex Sandell at the point. He'll fire it down low. Glonick on his backhand will move it around near side. Chase Wilson pinching in to help. Mangle there trying to move it out to center. He will. He's got possession. Mangle into the offensive zone down the left side. Watched by Sandell. Mangle stopping, make a backhand pass to the front. Goes through everyone. Terps have control now. And this is sent the length of the ice by Sean Amon. And it's icing, so Sean Amon not going to get a change.
Nope, Terps will be forced to keep out those 5 skaters here. And I see you in the chat. Thank you for staying up late tonight, Biscuit. I greatly appreciate you watching tonight's game.
That's your dog?
Yes, that's my dog.
I figured. I didn't know if you had a family member named Biscuit or what, but
yeah, not the sharpest tool in the shed, but he's a lovely man.
Shout out Biscuit, huge shout out. This one is fired wide. That time off the stick of Glonick, and this is lifted back to center by Trevor Drake. Glonick on it. Will Hilton near side. Glonick feeds it up. This is range shooting and low on Patty Adams, and he makes the stick save. Up into the netting it goes for the whistle.
Patty Adams with a couple of early tests here. Last night, the big story for NC State was they were not able to keep their shots on target. They were trying too hard to pick corners, ended up shooting a lot of pucks high and wide. UNC just going all over the low sides of Patty Adams so far.
Face-off won by the Terps. UNC battling for control. Walking right to the front is Daniel Hu. There's a backhand shot by Carson Rain. Found its way to Patty Adams. He made the stop. Blake Warner will throw it off the glass and out. Back for it, Ben Edwards. Makes the pass to Ansbacher. Off his stick it goes, and back into the UNC end. Dumped in by Blake Warner. This is Kevin Ma for UNC. Finds Hu. Trying to move it through center. Terps have control now. This is Blake Warner down the right side. He's going to shoot one into the midsection of Andre Andreev.
First test of the day for Andreev right there. Nice little shot from Warner from the right circle. Easily squeezed by number 37 in white. First shot of the game for the Terps coming just under 4 minutes into this first period.
And we saw Andreev play at the showcase. He was in goal against the Terps. And we feel that if the Terps can put enough pucks on net, they're going to generate some rebounds and get some really good chances against this goaltender.
Yeah, that was the big thing with Andreev when we saw him at the ACC showcase. He has a lot of size, but he does not have the best rebound control. Maryland's got to be shooting a lot of pucks low, hoping for chances in front off of the pad of Andreev.
And we saw last night the Terps were not hesitant to shoot the puck, especially on that power play, and we saw what happened. They were in that game with NC State the entire way. And again, another heartbreaking loss. That's been the story of this year so far. Terps looking to right the ship. This one is played in front by Zakowski, looking for Kevin Ma crashing the net. And look out here, Matt Grady bursting to the goal. Grady in front, Zakowski whiffed on it. And poking it away is Tucker Healy.
He had Patrick Adams sliding right there. If Zakowski gets a clean handle on that puck, it might be 1-0 Tar Heels. A little defensive gaffe from Maryland on that play.
Here is Tucker Healy at center. He's going to fire it in. Tucker Healy fresh off of another impressive performance. We've seen it so much this year, last year, literally every game he's ever played.
Yep, one of the most recent 100-point scorer in Maryland Terrapin history on this ice hockey team.
This one is played to the side of the net. Patty Adams wants no further play, so he's going to cover.
Yes, I'm aware that I'm Biscuit's favorite. I'm glad that he's sticking it out tonight. Yeah. Oh, I love that dog.
Face off to the right of Adams, won by UNC. Zajic at the point with the shot, blocked by Nathaniel Reynoso. Pinching in from the point is Gleason. Gleason battling for it, down low to Gilligan. Gilligan circling the net right in front. There's a backhand shot, big save, Patty Adams. That was Will Smith. And this is played out to center now.
Yeah, Will Smith, he gave the Terps nightmares in that game at the St. James. Number 19 plays with a lot of speed, and he is not afraid to shoot the puck. Nearly got UNC on the board right there.
Here's Zajic walking in and shooting. Another block, Nathaniel Reynoso. That's 2 just on this shift.
That was the biggest thing for Maryland last night against the Ice Pack. They did such a good job in the defensive zone of blocking those shots, especially the ones coming in from the point. Patty Adams did not face a lot of tests in tight. The Terps were so good at preventing those deflections late in front of Patty Adams. Looks like they've got the same game plan in there tonight. Good placement of the forwards right there. A couple of big blocks from Nathaniel Reynoso in his own end.
And another thing the Terps did well last night, they were getting pucks out of their own end cleanly and not turning it over at the defensive blue line. That has been such a struggle point for this team this year, and they figured it out last night, and they were almost on the win column against NC State.
That was nearly disaster for UNC right there. Andreev thought that there was a delayed penalty against Maryland, got about halfway to his bench when Trevor Drake was skating in with the puck. He nearly had an empty net all to himself.
Coming the other way, Michael Schreiman into the middle for Drake. Backhand shot, score! Trevor Drake from Michael Schreiman. Terps are on the board, it's 1-0.
Trevor Drake doesn't need the empty net. A beautiful pass from Michael Schreiman. He went down low, did a no-look backhand to Trevor Drake. Drake goes low glove on Andreev. Andreev can't catch up to it, and it's 1-0 Terps early in this one. A perfectly placed shot from number 13. He's been dealing with that hand injury, but it seems to be no problem for Trevor Drake right now.
And a tough angle on that backhand shot. He made it work, beating Andreev under the blocker, and the Terps are off and running. It's 1-0. Terps picking up right where they left off last night, as this one is played high up into the UNC bench.
Now the big key for Maryland in this one is they have to hold that lead. They had 3 separate one-goal leads against the Ice Pack last night and just could not keep up with that pace. They kept on letting NC State hang around and tie up the game. They need to mount the pressure right now and get a 2-goal advantage.
Yeah, the 1-goal differentials have been a nightmare for the Terps. They've been on the wrong end of a lot of them over this 10-game losing streak. We were talking about it in the car. 5 out of the 10 games of this losing streak decided by 1 goal or 2 with an empty net?
With the empty net. Yeah, it's been a lot of very tight games in this 10-game losing streak. And like we were saying earlier, when you're in a slide like this, it feels like none of those bounces go your way. Last night it felt like Maryland finally got a couple of them, and they just could not come out on top at the very end.
The absolute key to getting those bounces is being consistent, getting consistent play throughout and up and down the lineup. The Terps are doing it. They did it last night, and they're doing it so far here tonight, and they have been rewarded with a goal on the board. Face-off won by the Tar Heels. To the point it goes Hilton. Makes a play off the wall. Mengel. Stick check by Teske. Teske trying to move it out. Duchesne on his backhand will. At center, it's Cam Glonick. Pressure from Harnan. Puck sits right in front of the penalty box, dumped in by Glonick. Teske's going to sky this one out. This is going to be a race for it. Harden and Hilton, two speedy players there. Hilton swings it around near side. Tucker Healy in the way. Healy behind the net. Poked further by Harden. Healy poking it away from Hilton. And now this is Daniel Kalber, who will find Zach Mengel. And out to center it goes. Teskey moving up ice, makes a pass rink wide. Doesn't find anyone, no icing. This is Hilton. He's going to stop up and just get some more space for himself. And Hilton will take it now.
Such a smooth skater, Will Hilton. He is so good at commanding that UNC offense.
Here comes Will Hilton, dangling around Teskey. Hilton in the corner. He's got pressure from Fabiani. Down low it goes. Ansbacher right to the front. Here's Ma shooting, and I think Patty Adams got a piece of it, maybe his arm, and it goes up and out of play.
Yep, Patty Adams with the screen in front. No problem for him. Not a good sight line on that puck. Just kind of throws out his right arm, puts it in the right place, right time, deflects that one out of play. A nice stop for number 30, 8 minutes into this first period.
Exactly 12 minutes remaining in period one. Score 1-0 Maryland, thanks to Trevor Drake from Michael Schreibman. Daniel Hu trying to move it to the front. This is Blake Warner skying it out to center. Kevin Ma turning away from pressure. He's got Jack Hudron on him. Daniel Hu right in front of the penalty box, gives it right to Sean Amon, and back the other way it goes. No icing. Back for it, Ma. Turning away from McMenamin. Ma stopping, waiting. Out to center it goes, gets by Ansbacher. And here is Ansbacher into the offensive zone. Ripping one high on Patty Adams, and he makes the shoulder save. Ma's going to dump it right back in deep. Sean Amon is going to play this off the near wall, looking for Hudron. They couldn't connect cleanly. And Ma going to throw this one off of the netting and out of play. So we will get a whistle.
Little dump in by Ma there, ends up riding the glass and hitting the netting, so this one should come back out to neutral ice. Another big save by Patty Adams right there. That shot coming from the right circle. He was trying to line it up with his glove, ended up taking it with his shoulder. Either way, it kept it out of the back of the net.
We're going to get a face-off right at center. 11-12 on the clock. This is Chandler Katsios for the Tar Heels. He's going to enter the zone down the left side, trying to play it to the front. Matt Grady going to the net. Here is Grady. Has it stolen. Nathaniel Reynoso finds Nathaniel Dishner. Dishner down the left side, cutting to the middle. Dishner trying to get a shot off. He's going to fire it into the corner. And here is Katsios. Katsios 1-on-3 right now. Trying to dangle around Tomaszewski. That doesn't work. Katsios meets Body in the corner. Digging for it is Chandler Katsios. Body in. Luke Mohan comes in to help and fires it out to center. Florian Zajic from Vienna, Austria. Grady near side has it go off his stick. James Body going to fire it in on net. And Dreve had it go off his glove. Chase Wilson behind the net. Takes a hit from Zajic. Off the skate of Trevor Drake. Kept in by Schreiman. Schreiman got Wilson going to the net. Couldn't get it there. And now Gilligan for UNC. Touched by a high stick. And next person to touch it was a Terp, so we get a whistle.
Good vision from Chase Wilson right there. Saw that Schreiman didn't have a lot of options in the corner, but UNC was putting double pressure on him, so he tried to get alone in front. Pass was just offline. But this Terps offense is getting their positioning in place early. That's a good sign for the rest of this one. Officials discussing where this faceoff will be, and it should move backwards as Teskey touched that one at center.
And the ref and the linesman talking things over. So we're going to move this faceoff back in front of the Maryland bench. Faceoff won cleanly by Chase Wilson. Teskey on his backhand going to lift it out, kept in play, that time by Cam Glonick. And Jack Fabiani back in his own end. Teskey, head up. Trevor Drake. Stretch pass looking for Wilson. It's a race for it. He cannot beat out the icing. A little bit of an early call there on the icing. It's a race to the faceoff dot. I feel like that whistle came a little bit before that.
I was about to say, that felt like a quick whistle for an icing right there, Andrew. Not sure if either player had made it to the faceoff dot by that point.
Yeah, it was close.
Chase Wilson had no arguments, though.
Yeah, no.
And we know that Chase Wilson is not afraid to argue an icing if he does not think that it's warranted.
This is true. This is true.
Use some flavorful language at the St. James a couple of times.
Flavorful, that's fun.
I can't say what he said on this stream.
No, that's good, yeah. This one is sent in deep by Michael Schreiman around near side. Played by Will Smith across. Glonick will lift this to center. This goes by everyone. And it will be icing against the Tar Heels.
That time Brian Teskey did get to the faceoff dot when the whistle came in.
All right, improvements.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, From after last night, the only way they can go is up.
This is true, Andy Parr. This is true.
I got a little unhinged in last night's broadcast. I apologize for that, but at points it felt a little warranted.
Hey, it just proves that we are
care.
emotionally invested in this team and in this game. And last night was an exciting one for sure. Emotional for the players on the ice. Maybe more emotional up here. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing.
Yeah, no. I think me and Brian Mohan probably had the most emotion of anybody in this arena.
This is Sean Amon right at center. Duchesne for Patrick Harnan. Harnan down the right side, shooting one low on Andreeve, and he didn't look ready for it. He made the stop, though.
He was trying to pick the same spot that Trevor Drake scored on earlier. Looks like that low blocker seems like a weak point for Andreeve.
Here is Will Smith to the goal. He shoots one, save. Rebound gets away from O'Shaughnessy. Here come the Terps. It's Harnan. He's got Sandell hopping up in the play. Harnan looking for Sandell. It goes behind the net. Sandell's the first one there, battling with Glonick. Alex Sandell heading to the corner now. Him and Glonick meet there. Sandell and Glonick to the ice. And this is Gilligan, one hand on his stick, trying to move it out. Tar Heels will do so. Patrick O'Shaughnessy, look out here. It's a chance for the Tar Heels. Zakowski firing, big save. Patty Adams.
3-on-1 right there. Zakowski decides to take the shot himself. Oh no, that was actually Thomas Gilligan cruising down the right side. Decides to shoot himself from the circle. Patrick Adams easily in position right there. If Gilligan passes that one off, it's going to be a one-time attempt. That was good defensive positioning from James Body to cut off that passing lane to both of the Tar Heels coming in.
Thomas Gilligan, the senior political science major. There you go.
Not business administration?
Yeah, that is a common theme on this squad. This one played back for James Body. At center, it's Vaglia. He'll enter the zone onside. Body trying to get it back out to center. Comes back into the Terps' control. Jack Hudron going to go rink wide with it, hits Vaglia, and back into the Terps' end. Body, he's got pressure from Zach Mangle, and around near side it comes. Here is Jack Hudron, number 20 in black. Hudron going to fire this one in deep. Terps' fourth line out there. Kevin Ma behind the goal. Calbert going to play this off the wall. Vaglia has some room. He's going to make a backhand pass to center ice. Nathaniel Reynoso in the way. Entering the zone now, Kevin Ma, the defenseman. Ma stopping, shooting, it just goes wide. Ben Edwards pinching in from the point. Gonna fire one intentionally wide, trying to ricochet its way to the front. And now Brian Teske for the Terps. Teske will get this out to center just barely, played back in by Edwards. 7 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in period one. Score is 1-0 Maryland. It was Trevor Drake on the backhand who got things started.
Yep, beautiful goal by Trevor Drake to open the scoring in this one, but this will be an icing against Maryland. Got a line change in fairly recently. Almost everybody got off. Tired Nathaniel Reynoso still on the ice. But they got 4 out of 5 fresh skaters.
Reynoso with a great start to this game. A couple blocks. He's been noticeable so far. Reynoso still looking for his first goal as a Terp. Jack Fabiani trying to move this up the wall. This is Nathaniel Dishner. He's going to go back with it. And this is Brian Teske. Playing it off the wall. Zajic pinching in. Could not keep it in the zone. And back forward is Gleason. Rolling puck. Couldn't settle it down. Ansbacher. In the middle, it's Zajic. Into the offensive zone. Dropping it for Ansbacher. In the way is Luke Mohan. And back to center it goes. Carson Rain going to dump this one in. First one there, Ansbacher. He meets Jack Fabiani. Teske off the wall. Could not be kept in by Zajic. Hit his skate. And Zajic will regroup. Far side it goes. Ansbacher trying to dangle around Fabiani. Right on goal. Rebound shot just wide. And here comes Brian Teske. Teske will gain the red line and fire it in. Dishner and Zajic in the near corner. Florian Zajic comes out of there with the puck. He'll stop behind his own net. Near side Grady. He'll go back with it, and this is Florian Zajic once more. Katsios flips it out to center, knocked down by Trevor Drake, and another high stick as Trevor Drake takes a hit a little bit after that whistle.
Trevor Drake not pleased with that little tap from Grady after the play. Second puck that he's played off a high stick in this game, though. Trevor Drake trying to add a few extra inches to his height.
This is not lacrosse, Trevor. This is not lacrosse. And Matt Grady gave Trevor Drake a little tap after that play. A little apology there for that hit. All good. And Will Hilton will fire this one in. Under 6 minutes to go in period one. This is Katsios near side. He's got pressure from Schreibman. Katsios walking out with the puck. On his backhand, stolen by Schreiman. Now Zakowski recovering. Down low it goes Grady. Turning away from Wilson. Here's Zakowski. Into the middle. Hilton shooting, and a save by Patty Adams. Sean Amon was also sliding in the way. Moving in from the point is Glonick. Glonick into the middle looking for Hilton. It goes by everyone. Andreev out of the net to play this one. Schreiman right on him. Andreev twists it near side. Zakowski. Kept in by Tucker Healy. Schreiman. This is Michael Schreiman. He's got pressure from Grady. Tap pass back to Schreiman. Trying to play it to the front. Zakowski in the way. Chandler Katsios going to flip this off the glass high and out. And off the glove of Daniel Tomaszewski and out of play. We'll see where this faceoff goes.
I imagine it'll be on the Maryland side of neutral. That's what I would guess.
And that looks to be the call. Yeah, good call, Andy.
Yeah.
Attaboy, attaboy.
I know the rules of this game.
That's good. 5:03 on the clock. That's how much time is remaining in period one. Tomaszewski going to play it off the wall to center. Chopped further by Tucker Healy, but into the waiting arms of Patrick O'Shaughnessy. Now Smith. Gilligan dragging and shooting, blocked by Daniel Tomaszewski. And here comes the captain, Duchesne. Chipping it into open space. It's a race. Healy shooting, and he just missed high.
Tucker Healy trying to pick the corner right there. Had a beautiful goal against the Ice Pack last night with the same look. Andreev getting the stick on that one. Just enough of it to deflect it high of the cage.
Flipped all the way back down into Terp territory. Daniel Tomaszewski, pressure from Gilligan. O'Shaughnessy comes in to help. Here is O'Shaughnessy to the point. Hilton shooting through traffic. It was blocked by Tomaszewski and kept in at the line by Ma. Backhands it down low. Gilligan takes a hit from body. O'Shaughnessy comes in to support. O'Shaughnessy walking right to the front, shooting. It was blocked. Rebound is cleared. Ma shot, and that is skied up into the netting above the glass.
That one actually clicked off of Patrick Harnan. Big block by number 17. Got his glove on it to hit it out of play. But right before that, two big shot blocks from the captain, Daniel Tomaszewski. This shot blocking defensive style, Maryland has done such a good job of implementing it in the last couple of weeks. We saw the beginnings of it in that Saturday game against Rowan, and it really came out in full force against the Ice Pack last night.
Moving out of the defensive zone now is Andrew McMenamin. He's stripped by Mengel. And at center, it is Vaglia. Twisting it back far side, looking for Mengel. Fabiani there. Look out, Fabiani hits the ice. Mengel shooting. He didn't get a lot on it, and it kind of rolled wide.
Yeah, I think Mengel seemed more surprised than anything right there.
Yeah.
Jack Fabiani blowing a tire right in front. Mengel trying to get a quick handle on the puck. Could not carry it cleanly. Patty Adams doesn't have to make a save.
This one is dumped in by Ma behind the net. Daniel Calver, backhand right to the front, and that is pushed just wide. That is Michael Vaglia. And back to center it goes, Spencer Haskell. Near side Mengel. Into the middle and tipped in by Calber, and Mengel right in front of the penalty box took a huge hit from Jack Hudron. Here's Luke Mohan dangling his way towards the blue line, can't get it out. And in the corner, what is that on the ice? Is that a pad?
I was about to say, it looks like somebody's shoulder pad that partially popped off.
You know what I think that is? I think that's the pad in your pants. Like from your, like a thigh
Yeah,
pad.
you're right. That's actually exactly what it is.
Oh my, so I don't know who that came off of.
Yeah, so there's one player for one of the teams who is going to have a tough time blocking shots the rest of the night.
That is going to hurt real bad. This one is Spencer Haskell to the point. Shot by Mengel was blocked. And the shot blocking continues for the Terps.
Well, I don't think it was Sean Amon's pad who popped out right there, because he would be in a lot of pain right now if it was.
Zajic walking, shooting, and it was deflected out of play. Luke Mohan on the block. The Terps putting their bodies on the line in the defensive zone.
If Maryland had their own version of the Selke Award, my nominee would absolutely be Luke Mohan. All season, he's been so good at blocking shots. He's played a lot of tough minutes on the penalty kill, and he is a star in that faceoff dot. Number 12 in black. Doesn't necessarily get all the points on the score sheet, but he does everything right.
Absolutely. That's a great way to put it. He can be used in literally all situations, no matter what, and he is going to give it his all out there. As this one is fluttered wide, that time by Jack Gleason. In the middle, Matt Grady backhands it in. Final 2:15 of period one. Still only one goal on the board, and it's for the Terps. Behind the net, James Body battling with a couple Tar Heels. He kicks it to the wall, and Trevor Drake will lift it to center. And look out, Michael Schreiman breaking in. Schreiman shooting, and a save by Andreev. Schreiman in the corner. He's going to walk behind the net. Schreibman, he'll go to the point. Body shooting one off the skate of Chase Wilson there, and it goes to the corner. Wilson hits the ice. Kept in. Jack Gleason moving it for Zukowski. And out to center it goes. Man, Michael Schreiben had a great chance there. Just couldn't get a clean handle on the puck.
Yep, using his speed to make a play. Just overskated it a tiny bit. Took too long to get a handle on that puck. Ended up releasing a quick shot on Dreve instead of getting in for a clean breakaway opportunity. Still some good pressure afterwards. That point shot from James Body hit the skate of Chase Wilson in front when he was looking for a deflection.
Moved out to center by Zajac. It's the captain O'Shaughnessy now for Gilligan. Gilligan driving wide on Sandell. Fires one just wide. And out to center it goes. It's a race for it. Tucker, Healy, and Hilton. Hilton delivers the check. Healy down to the ice. And Will Hilton showing his speed. Grady, backhand, gets it out. And here is O'Shaughnessy. Overskates the puck and dumped back in by the Terps. Hilton back for it. Final minute of the period. Hilton waiting. He'll make a pass far side, Gilligan. Rink wide to O'Shaughnessy. Going in and out on Sean Amon. O'Shaughnessy turning towards the net. He goes across. This is Hilton. Can't get a shot off. Hilton a backhand down low. Gilligan look out right to the front. Looking for a man. It was Will Smith. And they score. Right in front, Will Smith beats Patrick Adams, who did not have his stick. And we are tied. Excuse me, it looks like Patrick O'Shaughnessy's going to get the goal. And UNC has tied things up.
Yeah, O'Shaughnessy had the last touch right there. Big scrum in front of Patty Adams. He lost his stick in the mess. Luke Mohan going over there to say, hey, that one's not on you. Just Maryland could not clear the puck right there. The Tar Heels got 3 clean cracks on it right in front. Patrick O'Shaughnessy, the one who ultimately puts it behind Patty Adams. And we are tied at 1 with just under 30 seconds to play here in the first period.
Dishner trying to move it through center. Luke Mohan also trying to do so. Dumped in by Gilligan back into the Terps' end. Final 15 seconds of the period. O'Shaughnessy can't handle it, comes back to center. This is Will Hilton with 10 seconds on the clock. Hilton off the wall near side. O'Shaughnessy trying to tip it further. And Jack Fabiani will eat the final seconds off the clock. And that is going to do it for period number 1. An exciting one. The Terps look good once again. And we are tied heading to the break. Make sure to stay tuned for the one and only Bailey on Chester's Intermission Report, and we will see you back for period number 2.
So,
Oh.
mic set up good. Yeah, just maybe. Yeah,
Is this
I
good?
think that's good. I can maybe move it. Should you move it up a little bit? Say something.
Hello?
Okay.
I can hear myself a
I
little
hear
bit,
you.
yeah.
I hear you better now. That's
Okay.
good. All good? All right. Hey there, Terps fans. It's Bailey Unchester here with my mid-game report in between the first and the second periods here. Joined by my good friend Keenan Waters. Keenan, how you doing tonight?
Not too bad.
Yeah,
Not too bad.
that's
We're out
good.
here.
Yeah, I mean, tense game already. Similar to what we saw last night. Currently tied 1-1. Terps ended up putting a goal up first, but then UNC ended up tying that up real late into that end of the first period. I think 29 seconds left. They ended up putting one in. But, Keenan, I mean, I guess just what I've noticed so far over the last few games, that Terps are really finding themselves down in what feels like the last few seconds of periods. I feel like that's when a lot of goals are coming up against you guys. Just, I mean, is there anything energy-wise you think that when you're playing that maybe leads to those pucks getting through, just tired end of the period?
I think it really comes down to just getting pucks deep and really grinding and paying attention to the system and waiting until the end whistle. And, you know, every whistle matters. So
Yeah,
playing to the last
absolutely.
one.
Yeah. I mean, I think, yeah, like I said, Terps really getting beat by those late period goals. But, again, just such an impressive game last night for not only you but the rest of the team against NC State. Just, is there anything leading up to that you guys worked on over the week? I talked to Andrew McMenamin a little bit last night. He gave me a very cryptic answer that he can't really share what happens in the locker room, but I don't know if you hold those same values. So is there anything in practice that you guys worked on, maybe any pregame speech anybody gave that helped you guys come in with such fire this weekend?
Honestly, I think it really came down to us emphasizing getting pucks deep and loving the systems and just being a part of the team. And, you know, like, we're all for the Terps here, so.
Well, I guess I'm going to ask you another question, maybe shift the tone of this interview a little bit.
Okay.
You've been here for a little bit. What year are you now?
I'm a junior now.
Right. So what can you say over the years has been your favorite memory with this Terps team?
So I'm a transfer student. It's my first year here.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. See, it's
Yeah.
my first year too, so it's
Yeah.
glad that we're learning together. But I guess, all right, shifting the question, where'd you come from before?
I came from juniors.
Oh,
little
fun.
little gap years.
Okay.
From juniors.
Yeah,
hockey-wise.
I mean, what compares basically from this team to those teams that you're playing on before that hopefully is, you know, leading you to have fun here?
Honestly, it's a lot different when you see guys on campus and going out to eat. You just bump into guys rather than having to make those connections. So it's pretty fun. It's pretty
Absolutely.
fun. I
They're
enjoy it.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I see them all around in the business school, everywhere you turn. If you ever need to talk to at least somebody on the hockey team, go to the Van Munching Hall, the business school at Maryland. Every corner you turn, there'll be somebody. Walk in an elevator, somebody's there.
Sounds
Walk
about
out the
right.
door, somebody's there. You know what? I have a class with Patrick Adams, and I didn't even realize until about a couple weeks ago. It's a big lecture.
No way.
We actually haven't even acknowledged it yet. I'm waiting for the day we walk out at the same time, and I'm like, oh, Patty, I didn't know you were in here.
I'll make sure. I'll tell him. Do you think he knows already?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know, but that's just they're all business. Are you a business major?
No, I'm a graphic design studio art
Oh,
major.
that's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah, it's good to have that distinctness from the rest of the guys, I think. But I mean, yeah, back to the game. Sorry for getting a little bit off track there, but I mean, just what you've seen tonight. What trajectory do you think that the rest of this game is going to turn? Do you think that the Terps are going to maybe pull ahead by 2-3 goals, or do you think it's going to be close for the rest of the night?
Truthfully, if we stick to the systems, get pucks deep, shots on net, run our forecheck, stay positive, I see us coming out with the depth tonight.
Well, that's great for you guys, and I hope that you guys have been really practicing getting pucks deep and sticking to your systems, and hopefully you guys can slide past this competing UNC team tonight and get yourselves a much-needed win. You guys know what the stakes are, right, tonight with Delaware's win against Rider?
I'm unaware. What's
Oh,
that all
well,
about?
Delaware beat Rider tonight,
Okay.
and basically Delaware is the team that you guys are looking out for in terms of your playoff odds.
Okay.
So now that they're kind of making a little bit of a run for it, you got to win tonight, basically, is
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
Okay.
well,
Hopefully the boys can do it.
hopefully the boys can do it. I agree with that statement. So, Keenan, so nice having you on the broadcast. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to make it on here. We got puck drop for the second period coming in about 2 minutes or so, and I hope you guys stick around for that. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you got.
What do I need to know when I join this family? Are you guys turning your own family?
Sounds like you're all in, family. All right.
Welcome back to the Maryland Hockey Network. It is time for period number 2. Terps, Tar Heels, all knotted at 1 after 20 minutes of play. We hope you stuck around for our intermission report with Bailey Unchester. Keenan Waters making a guest appearance on today's intermission report. That was a good one. He had some good insight there, didn't he, Andy?
I mean, I think you said it as it is. If Maryland can get pucks deep and get their systems
That's
in place,
all
they'll be
matters.
fine the rest of this game.
Boys, get pucks deep. Let's go. Patrick Harnan started off. Here we go. Pucks in deep.
Patrick Harnan got the message.
This one played at the point. James Body trying to keep it in. Zakowski will kick it out. And Daniel Tomaszewski recovering. Tucker Healy plays it into the middle. Duchesne had a goal last night. Duchesne right to the goal, sticked away by Andreev. Duchesne trying to kick it forward. And back the other way comes UNC. Katsios down the right side into the offensive zone. Looking across for Kevin Ma. That was broken up. And Patrick Harnan the other way. Look out. Tucker Healy's got room. Tucker Healy in on Andreev. Healy, save, rebound, goes wide. Tomaszewski had a wide open goal. Just couldn't get it in.
He sure did, Andrew. Daniel Tomaszewski off that rebound. Tucker Healy nearly missing on the breakaway. And then Tomaszewski had Andreev completely out of position. Just shoveled that backhand wide of the cage.
This one tipped further by Dishner. And coming the other way, Matt Grady. He's going to backhand it in deep. A minute gone in period number 2. It was Trevor Drake for the Terps in period 1. And for UNC, it was Patrick O'Shaughnessy, the captain, who tied things up. Here is Gilligan near side. Backhand pass into the middle for Will Smith. Got by him, and Gilligan's back on it. Gilligan shooting one, and a stick save that time by Patrick Adams.
Little screen by Jack Fabiani in front. Good job by Gilligan realizing the defensive placement of the Terps.
There's a shot from Gleason. Patty Adams made the stop. Behind the net, it's Fabiani. Gilligan still draped on him, and out to center it comes. Reynoso to Dishner off his skate, and back into Terps end it goes. O'Shaughnessy and Teskey meet there. Will Smith behind the goal. Smith to the point. Zajic gonna play this one back low. Gilligan has it go by him. Gleason pinching in. Back at the point, Smith. Off the wall for Gleason. Gilligan right to the front, cleared away from danger by Brian Teskey. Will this be icing?
Looks like it's moving a little slow, but it does make it all the way to the red line before Gleason has to play it, so Maryland will be forced to keep that unit out there. But you're absolutely right. Brian Teskey swept that puck out of some serious danger. There was a out-of-position Patty Adams and a lot of Tar Heels in front there.
A lot of blue and white in the area of the house there in that slot. The most important area to protect in your defensive zone. That area in between the hash marks and the crease. That is called your house. And a very, very dangerous area to give up chances from.
I always call it the slot.
The slot, the house.
Yeah. Whatever you want to call it, it's bad if you let your opponent get in there like that.
Oh, look out. Daniel Calbert right in the house. And he made his way, or that puck went wide, I should say. This comes around near side. Calbert pushes it to the point. Gleason back in deep. Vaglia got it back from Mangle. It went off his stick and back out at center. This is Zajic. He's going to fire this one in. Around it goes, near side. Calbert plays it back down low. Vaglia couldn't get there. Terps looking for control here. Mangle for Calbert behind the net. Trying to get it back to Mangle. And now Trevor Drake will play this off the glass. Not out. It stays in. Good keeping by Florian Zajic. And now Fabiani.
That was a great keep in by Zajic, but it looks like it's going to be all for naught as Terps clear right here. That was a big extension from number 40 in white, though.
Michael Schreiman in deep. He's on Cam Glonick. Schreiman in there trying to dig that puck out. Vaglia goes across with it. Gleason on his backhand will move it out to center. And here comes UNC. Calbert. He's got a man with him. Trying to go to Mangle, and in the way was Alex Sandell. Back the other way this goes.
Looks like we got a mouth guard on center ice right now.
Yeah, I think that is what that is.
Equipment's flying all over the place tonight.
The yard sale. Back the other way. Here comes UNC. Who? Across. Shot. Big save. Patty Adams. His best of the night. That time on Carson Rain.
Patty Adams sliding to his right. Carson Rain gets stonewalled right there. A great save by number 30 in black. Perfectly timed pass by the Tar Heels and a better stop from Patty Adams.
Patty Adams, his biggest save of this evening. Here comes Hilton. Hilton looking, shooting, and it goes in. Traffic in front. The shot from Hilton finds its way through, and it beats Patty Adams. UNC leads 2-1.
Right after he made his best stop of the night, a long-range drive from Will Hilton. Tar Heels get a lot of traffic in front. Adams has zero sight line on it. Ends up clicking off of, I think, something. It looked like it changed directions late. Not sure if it was a Terp or a Tar Heel, but either way, does enough to change in front of Patty Adams, and he's got no shot there. 2-1 North Carolina here in the second.
And Patty Adams also had Carson Rain all in his crease, creating a distraction and maybe even making contact. But no call for goalie interference, and we keep playing. 2-1 UNC. Jack Hudrin tipping it out to center. Haskell will dump it back in. Off the skate of body. Zakowski walking. Katsios shooting, and a save by Adams. I believe he got a pad on it. Haskell at the point. Gonna go across. Ma. Grady shooting one just high and wide. Zakowski's got Daniel Tomaszewski with him. Katsios in the corner. Takes a check. Still on the puck. Reverses it now for Zakowski. Taking a hit from Jack Hudrin. Zakowski plays it right to the front, sticked away by Patty Adams. Look out! They're trying to get it back to Patty, and he does cover, and still more pushing and shoving after the whistle.
Jack Hudron doing what he always does, trying to spark something after the whistle right there. Patty Adams late to cover up that puck. A lot of contact in the crease. Jack Hudron was the one starting all of it. Matt Grady got involved at the end there too.
And we'll see if there's any penalties upcoming. It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, Haskell's talking with the officials, but I don't think they're going to call anything either way.
So with 15 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in period 2, we'll get a defensive zone draw for the Terps to the right of Patty Adams. Tie up off the draw. Tucker Healy kicks it back to Teske and turned over. Grady. Zukowski going to the net. In the corner, it's Katsios. To the point it goes. Ma. Near side, Grady with the one-timer. He whiffed on it, and it went wide.
Second time a Tar Heel has whiffed on a one-timer when they had Patty Adams out of position. North Carolina's connecting on these passes. They just can't get the shots off cleanly.
Puck goes all the way back down into UNCN. Patrick Harnan on it. With speed, he goes around the net. Backhand pass to the point. Teske will play it back in deep, looking for Healy. Kevin Ma was in the way, and here comes Ma. Through center, Ma into the offensive zone. He'll leave it for Zukowski. Zukowski, a backhand pass right to the front. It got through Fabiani. And this is kept in. Grady falling, able to keep it in, but now here comes Tucker Healy. Maybe a 3-on-2 for the Terps. Healy, fake shot, trying to get it to the front. Backhand pass, Harnan, Duchesne, he scores! Travis Duchesne, he's got goals in back-to-back games. The Terps tie it up.
That play was started by Tucker Healy, forcing the turnover in neutral, fakes the shot to take it in deep, does a no-look pass to Patrick Harnan in tight, and then Harnan one more touch over to Travis Duchesne, makes no mistakes right in front of Ander Andreev. Number 37 in white has no chance there. It's a layup goal for Travis Duchesne, and we are tied at the Gardens Ice House.
A beautiful passing play started with Tucker Healy and Patrick Harnan finding Travis Duchesne in that soft spot right in front, and the Terps tie it up. There's a shot right on and a save by Patty Adams, and he covers the rebound.
Little leaky rebound from Patty right there. Had to dive to cover up that rebound. Patrick O'Shaughnessy was looking for his second little clean up the trash goal of the night right there. He had a lot of room in front. Patty Adams just a little bit quicker with the glove than O'Shaughnessy was with his stick.
We are under 14 minutes to go in period 2. All square at 2 now. At the point, Zajic walking, shooting. It was blocked. O'Shaughnessy. Shot from Will Smith. That might have hit the outside of the post. Smith back on it. Down low. Tipped on goal. That time it was Gilligan with the deflection, and Adams was ready for it.
Gilligan with a perfect deflection right there. That's the look you want if you're UNC. Patrick Adams with the answer. James Body tried his best to box out Thomas Gilligan. Instead, it turns into a picturesque deflection for number 17 in white.
Face-off one straight back by Gilligan. This is Gleason. Shooting one on goal. It was blocked by Tomaszewski. That's got to be his third or fourth block already.
I've counted 3 for him so far tonight.
This one is wrapped on goal and pinching the side of the net, and squeezing off any room was Patty Adams. Going to lift this out to center. Back for it goes Zajic. Zajic will stop behind his own net. 13:20 on the clock. Gleason. For Daniel Kalber into the offensive zone. Kalber down the right side. Takes a big check from Tomaszewski. Kalber still on it. Down low, Mangle. Mangle trying to walk out to the front. A backhand shot goes wide. Now on it is Vaglia. Down low he goes with it. Kalber. Kalber's got some options. Into the middle for Vaglia. It's tipped away, and here come the Terps. Tomaszewski trying to get it to Dishner. Just goes over his stick. And now James Body will play it off the wall to Trevor Drake. Into the middle, this is Chase Wilson. Takes a check, and he's knocked off the puck.
Terps are fortunate that recent entry was stalled up by UNC a little bit. They kind of cleared it at their own bench, and that would have been too many skaters on Maryland.
Trevor Drake going to fire this towards the UNC line. It's Florian Zajic for Kalber. Kalber right at center ice, trying to get it in deep. Chase Wilson not letting it happen. And now Mangle takes a check from Teske. Into the middle, this is Haskell walking out with it, couldn't shoot it. He's got another chance. Haskell can't pull the trigger. Now Carson Rain to the point. Glonick shooting through traffic. Rebound is swept away by Alex Sandell. Another shot is stopped. Patrick Adams with the pad.
Patrick Adams with a pair of pad saves right there, but these rebounds are getting more and more dangerous.
And that's a shot from Ansbacher. He had a couple chances on that shift. Patty Adams with another stop.
Ansbacher trying to pick the far side corner right there, ends up shooting it into the netting. But wow, a lot of rebound opportunities in tight for the Tar Heels. They have a game plan for sure. They are shooting it from the point and trying to clean up that trash in front. Rain nearly with a goal right there.
Henry Scriven will play this off the wall, and it's a race for it. Can McMenamin get there? Here comes Andrew McMenamin. He's going to shoot one, and a save by Andreev. Now Blake Warner on it. Warner to the point. Eamon shooting. It hits someone in front and goes wide. Eamon pinching in. Backhand, can't keep it in. And now Jack Hudron will fire it into the UNC zone. 11 and a half minutes remaining in period 2. Score is 2 aside. This is kept in by Hudron. And going back for it is Will Hilton. Jack Hudron wants some of them. Hilton spins away. Hilton off the glass, out to center. Scriven right back off the wall. Carson Rain now to Hu. Daniel Hu shooting one. It was blocked by Henry Scriven. Up and out of play.
Maryland's extra skater making his shift worthwhile right there. Henry Scriven with a blocked shot on that attempt from the right circle by Glonick.
And we will get a face-off to the left of Patty Adams. Face-off one back to Glonick. Glonick at the point. Across for Hilton. Hilton will spin it off the wall to Zukowski. James Body tipping it away from him. Now Grady. Tucker Healy on him. Grady a backhand pass. Zukowski walking, shooting. Saved by Adams. Tucker Healy lost his stick. He's going to pick it up now. It looks like got a choppy feed. All right, we're going to try to figure that out. Give us a second here.
Zukowski taking it low behind the Maryland net. He feeds it in front. He was looking for Kostios. Couldn't quite get it there. It was intercepted by Patrick Harnan. He'll take it out to neutral. Looking for Travis Duchesne. Can't connect on the pass there. Now Harnan takes it himself. Harnan working 1-on-2. Gets it stripped by Hilton, who will go the other way for the Tar Heels. Hilton
let
sends
us
it
know
ahead for Kotsios.
Let us know if this is any better.
Kotsios now down low. Kotsios into the slot. He was looking for a one-timer for Grady. Could not get a clean handle on it. And UNC will retreat again. Andreev with the pass out of his own end.
And someone could let us know if that's any better. We just unplugged the camera. And it still looks to be choppy. We're going to try to figure this out, folks.
Come on, come on.
Is that any better? No better. See if
we'll see when it gets back, because we got Bailey with the live right now, so they're about 30 seconds behind us. Oh, that looks not promising. That is quite unfortunate.
Where'd the Ethernet go?
Oh, the Ethernet. What the heck?
Just plug the Ethernet back in. That might be the issue as UNC scores. Sorry, folks, we're trying to work this out.
It's a point shot from Ben Edwards right there. Rifled it in from the top of the left side. Patrick Adams yet again screened heavily in front. Had no sight lines on that puck. 3-2 Tar Heels here in the second period. Oh, well, now it's buffering. This is quite unfortunate. All right, so our understanding is that our audio is still working okay, but the video is lagging severely behind. So we will end this stream temporarily.